Seattle, Washington, 1974. It's Friday on the sprawling University of Washington campus. Students are moving to and from classes and making plans for the weekend. It seems tranquil. No one could possibly anticipate that today will change everything. That today will begin a murder spree that will terrify the entire United States for the next 4 years and beyond. In the home of 21-year-old Linda Healy, all is quiet. She's a senior at the University of Washington, a good student from a good family. She's known as the voice of the local radio ski report.
Hi, this is Linda with your Cascade Ski Report. Snoqualmie Pass is 29 degrees with packed snow on the roadway.
It happens that way.
Earlier in the evening, she walked home from a night out at a local bar with 2 of her housemates.
Like the boss guy.
Yeah.
He's so obnoxious.
Now, a few hours later, an intruder enters the home and then into the room of Linda Healy. He brutally clubs her. He remakes the bloodied bed and hangs up her nightshirt in the closet. And Linda Healy vanishes.
I listened to the ski report. All of my friends listened to the ski report. And when she didn't appear, or we couldn't hear her on the radio on the day she went missing, that was unusual.
Kathleen McChesney is a young detective in the King County Police Force. Little does she realize she will soon be part of an investigative team tracking one of history's most notorious serial killers.
There were items found in Linda Ann Healy's room, bloody clothing, bloody bed clothing, that would indicate that something had gone wrong, that she had been injured in some way.
Police begin an exhaustive search. They investigate boyfriends, classmates, daily contacts, people she may have met the night before. They find absolutely nothing. It's a dead end. Soon the news of the brutal abduction of Linda Healy spreads throughout Seattle and across town to the apartment of Liz Klupfer. She's a 30-year-old petite brunette, divorced with a young daughter. She works as a secretary at the University of Washington Medical School.
Good morning, Liz.
Morning. How are you today?
Good.
But Liz has a boyfriend who promises that he'll keep her safe.
You want some toast?
Yeah, I'm starving.
They met at a neighborhood bar 4 years earlier.
Thank you.
A local boy and a law student, he charmed her with his good looks and sharp sense of humor. His name is Ted Bundy.
Ted made her feel loved. He was so sweet to her. He was so nice to her daughter. In some ways, Ted treated Liz like a queen.
He was going somewhere in his life, and she liked that. And she was helping him pay his way through law school, so for her, she felt like they would be together forever.
Although Ted appears confident and controlled, there are aspects of his behavior and past that are mysterious. And even though they're living together, Ted insists on keeping his own separate apartment. He also takes off on mysterious late-night drives. Liz thinks he might be seeing someone else.
Liz thought it was her. She thought maybe she wasn't attractive enough when really Ted was sort of finding his sexual gratification elsewhere.
Ted isn't dating other women. He's abducting and murdering them. Liz has fallen in love with a psychopathic serial killer.
She had no idea he was putting all his sexual energy into women that he was objectifying and killing. For some reason, sex and violence got intertwined in Ted's mind, and it was very hard for him to separate the two.
It's a dark compulsion with roots in a disturbing past. 1946. Theodore Robert Cowell's life begins under a dark cloud. His unwed teenage mother gives birth to him at the Elizabeth Lund Home for Friendless Mothers in Burlington, Vermont.
She takes him home to live with her father and mother, and there's a lot of shame involved in having a child out of wedlock. So everybody pretended that Ted was actually the son of his grandparents.
Then when Ted is 5, his mother takes him to Washington State, where she marries a man named Johnny Bundy. He happily adopts Ted and gives him his name. But Ted's past is a swirl of confusion and emptiness. He never truly accepts Johnny as his father or his working-class roots as his own, and his illegitimacy forever haunts him.
Shame and time eventually scarred Ted growing up too. The shame must have manifested itself somewhere, somehow, and I really believe that's a cornerstone to Ted Bundy's madness.
And that madness is now becoming unleashed.